When I started with Freedom for Youth, matter of fact, our first meeting, walked in and there was little students, because these were young kids, you know, maybe kindergarten, first graders, and they was running around like they was wild. And I thought, Lord, I think you got me assigned to the wrong group here. But, you know, after that, the young kids would just come in and they said, Paul, glad to see you. And they'd come up and hug your leg or whatever. And at that time, they needed someone for the older students, which would have been up through 8th grade, 5th through 8th, which I was more familiar with. And so that's where Sarah asked if I would be glad to participate and take over. And I said, yes, I definitely would. So that's how I got started.
I first got involved with Freedom when Paul was first involved with the woodworking projects. And the students would come after their classes at Freedom, and then he would bring them here and work on the wood projects, and then I would fix a meal and they would eat with us before they left.
The woodworking element got started, I would say, probably when I was participating with the Newton Christian School. Every year, every spring, I would take 4 students and we would bring them over, and we would learn the 19 machines that I got down there, what they were and different skills that they had. I think it was at the time we made a tour down at Freedom for Youth in Des Moines, and we got to see the facilities, and they had a big wood shop, and they had trouble getting me out of the wood shop. But anyhow, so they started asking, you know, can we do a life skill woodworking? I said, oh, I'd be tickled. Up to 4 students. And I only had 3 or 4 students at the time. But they also offered cooking classes at the same time, so more drifted to there. But I had the very good fortune of having Eli and Lydia, just super opportunity. I loved it.
We have been involved with youth for many, many years, through the church, through youth group. Way back when our kids were small, it was an Awana program. And when Paul first got involved, this was a bit younger group than we had been with before, because it was usually senior high. So this was a good chance to work with some younger kids, just a good time with them.
Jeanette had a lot to contribute. And at times, Jeanette would ask questions of Lydia, because she's probably spent more time with Lydia down in the basement, because Jeanette didn't know herself. But, and maybe Lydia didn't either, but they would get the answer and proceed. So Jeanette was a great supporter, a fantastic supporter in the meals, their love for the Lord, and with the kids just coming to her, and you know, that's who Jeanette is.
Favorite time of the evening is when we get to sit down and eat, and the kids get to relax a little bit. We get to have a conversation, get to know them a little better, what's going on in their lives. Just a chance for them to share some things that are going on, and it's a good time.
God strengthened, I believe, Lydia and Eli through a wood skill class, because there are certain gifts that God places on us. And you could see that very distinctly in each of the students, because Lydia liked to be very creative, and you could see that. And she would ask questions, okay, this, and this. Whereas Eli was, you tell me how to do it, and I will do it. And he was a very cooperative, hands-on, I want to do this. So, and I think that is one platform that the Lord will always do, is to take little things, maybe like this woodworking class, and build on. And it's very rewarding to see how the Lord used him during this time.
I like woodworking because I like how in the beginning you have so many ideas and you think of one, and in the end you find out how it turns out, how much work you've got done to get up to that point.
When I come, we usually we do our Bible study, and then we come and we do woodworking, and we have a meal.
Paul is really important to me because half the machines in here I probably would have never even learned about in the first place. And he teaches me a lot about the Bible too.
When I come, it's really fun to just learn more about God and learn new skills.
It's been good to see how God's working through them as they spend time, and then we get to spend time with them and invest in their lives and watch them grow and see how they change.
If you have an opportunity to become a volunteer, take advantage of that opportunity. Due to the fact that, go back to what I had said previous, you live out God's Word as you encourage and teach. Someone is asking you and is encouraging you to take that opportunity to teach and encourage students.